Hi everyone, it's Liz from Crafting with Nani. How is your Monday going? I know everybody was just on Sue B Designs and I think she's jumping off, so I'm just going to try and see if I can find me on my laptop in case I lose comments. Sometimes it pops right up, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, there we are. All right. So now I can see comments if they pop up. So if you see that red live button, that means we're live. And if it's black or if it's just, it won't be red, that means that you're watching a replay, which is just fine. I do go back and I try to make comments and check out who's watching. Hi, Becky. Thank you for jumping on. How's your day going? Did you have a good weekend, I hope? It was warm here in West Texas, and it's still warm. So I've been playing around on the weekend on the new flower journal that we've been working on. This is part 3 already. Can't believe that it's already part 3. So I have a lot of things on my desk. Hi, Jean. Thank you for coming in. So it looks like I'm going to have comments on my phone, but not on the computer, which is fine. As long as I can see comments, I'm happy. Hi, Mary. How are you? How is your Monday going? So that Mary showed up finally on my computer, so got a lag going, I guess. So just a little recap. The material I used for, hi Cheryl, thank you for jumping on, is for my kitchen curtains. When I got the house, I made, thank you for kicking out my cow patties, Debbie. Thank you so much. But anyway, this is leftover material for my kitchen windows. So I thought it was kind of cute for a flower journal. And then we have 2 signatures that we sewed in. And then we got kind of through a little bit of the first signature. Hi, Linda. Thank you for coming in. And so we just kind of added a couple of little cute things here and there. And we added a tuck spot that was a double tuck. So it's a tuck on this side as well as that side. And that was fun. And then I did take some glossy accents and then some stickles. Hi, Roberta. Thank you for coming in. And I added it to the flowers over the weekend so that way they could dry. Hi, Roberta. So that was kind of fun to do. It is a project, you know, when you're doing like stickles and stuff, it takes a while for it to dry. So, and then we added that Louis ribbon to that. And I'm just going to take the camera now and bend it down a little bit so you can see better what we're doing. I wish I've got to figure out how to get the overhead one. So I did, over the weekend, I made this cute little belly band with all of these fake flowers. Hi, Judy. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Cheryl. So I want to add that to it. And I have a paper clip here where I'm going to put it. I think that's where I want to put it anyways. I got you guys turned down so far I can't read now. So anyways, like I said, we've just been decorating a little bit here and there and making some pockets and trying to think. I made this cute little ribbon thing. I have these I just put it on a little bit of lace, and this is a little flower I got when I was, I think it's this Chick's Crafts or something like that. She has a little site and she sells some stuff, and I got this from her. So I bought a bag of, they're like kind of like tie clips, I guess, or you know, like lapel clips or whatever they are. But they have, you know, that backing, like an earring backing to them. And there's a whole bunch of different ones, you know, that have the little flowers. Hi, Carol. Thank you for coming in. And, you know, it was like 4 or 5 or 6 different styles. So I added one of those. The only problem with these are they're very thick. because they have that backing. So you have to be careful where you're going to use them because they do take up a lot of space. But I did add that, where did it go? I just had it. I did add it to the doily because I figured it, you know, it would fit back there. So I thought that was kind of cute, and it made it look like the inside of the flower. Hi, Debbie. How are you today? Thank you for coming in and watching. So I thought that was really cute. And then it doesn't take up, you know, you can see it from the back side, but I think that's okay. And so I did that, and then I added stickles, and I added glossy accent to the butterfly, and then to these. And I know it's hard to see on the camera, but it's there. And the stickles really made the butterfly look really cute. I could break the pen off and just glue it. I could. I thought about that too. You definitely could do that if you didn't have the space for it. And to be truthful, this is getting to be quite a chubby, and we might have to do that. Excuse me. So I did that over the weekend because I had to have something to do over the weekend, right? So I did that. And then I added a little lace there, and I made a little pocket, which is no big deal. And I made this little pocket. And then the other day we were watching, I was watching just Craft with Jamie too, and she made these, you know, endless pages they're called. So I made, you know, one of those the other day when I was watching her, and I just shoved that into this little pocket that I put. And then I have this punch that's a flower punch, and I've had it for, every time I think this cover is going to fall. So I've had this punch. It's Marvy, M-A-R-V-Y, and I think I've had this punch. I got it back when I was doing scrapbooking, and it's kind of actually very stiff because it is, you know, 20 years old or more. But I punched the top of this page with it to make a, you know, like a cute little fun notch. And then I just added the notch over here that was cut out of like half the flower, and just to make like a little notch. So that was kind of fun use of it. But like I said, it is very hard to push. I don't know if you can oil these or not. But anyways, it's heavy duty. I've had it like I said, over 20 years. Thank you, Teresa, for kicking out my cow patties. And then I just added a little bit of lace, and had these paper flowers, and I thought that was cute. And then when I was playing with these paper flowers, I thought, I wonder if this, it's called Color Burst, and it's by Ken Oliver's Crafts. And it's kind of a, it says an easy as spritz and sprinkles. So it's like a powdered dust. And I just dusted these paper flowers. And this one is the orange, which is this one. And then I just took the mister and misted it, and it just really made these cute little flowers with these are paper flowers. And it made them unique, and I thought, well, that was kind of fun to do. So we can add those in. But it does, I would suggest that you know, make sure you put it on something when you're gonna do it, because it will get all over the place. And just checking on my dog, he's up moving around. But I thought that was unique, and especially if you wanted to make an array of flowers in a particular color, you could do that. It's like a watercolor, and it was really fun. Let's see. It is a nice punch, and like I said, I've had that punch forever, back when I used to do scrapbooking. So it's been a good 20 years. I don't even know where I got it from. And then I was playing around. I was gifted this vellum that has like writing on it, and it has different, like, I don't know what it is, like, you know, it's in there, so it's not coming off, but it was like stamped in it. My girlfriend that lives in Texas, she gave me this piece of paper. And it's kind of like, you know, I did say it was vellum, but it's not. It's more of that plastic. Something that you would make, you know, a shaker with or whatever. So that's what I thought. Okay, let's make a shaker. So I just took the paper and I made a shaker with it. And I thought we could do that today if we wanted to. I wanted to see if I could do it. And it turned out pretty cute. So I think maybe we'll try and make another one. Grover's doing really well. Thank you, Roberta, for asking. He's back to his normal self. He's playing ball, and the doctor just said that he wasn't allowed to really work. You know, they don't want him like pulling and straining, you know, kind of deal. So he doesn't have to go back for stitches to remove the they glue nowadays. So he's doing really good. I don't know how long it'll take for his drive to go away, but they said about 30 days maybe. So all I did was I added a belly band to this page. And I added one of those pop-up 3D stickers to this page. And I think that's where I kind of left off. And now we're going to start on this side of the signature. And we're still just on the first signature. We got a lot. So this is a pocket. And I want to decorate this page. And I made the mistake last time of putting down, I glued the pocket shut. Hi, Linda Fletcher, thank you. Hi, Whispering Hopes Kids. Hi, Jill, how are you today? I got a little bit of your live earlier. So these are napkins that I decorated on top of this. I showed you guys how I did that. So I'm going to trace this out, and then I'm gonna put that on top of, trying to just decide, I'm going to cut that B off, so I might have to make it a little bit shorter first because I think I want the B. So let me just trim the bottom of it first. Well, let's see. Let's see how we're going to do this, because if I'm going to lose the butterfly, or I'm going to lose the ladybug or the bee. So why didn't I just pick a different one? And this actually goes with the orange, so I think we'll use this one. So I'm just going to take a pen. Oh, thank you, Becky. It's up for sale. I'm just tracing out where this pocket is. Last time I glued the pocket down. It's so much easier if you trace it out first and then glue your pocket down, because then you get the perfect match for where you're going to put it. And this was fun to do. All I did was take some napkins and Mod Podge them onto these index cards, and that was so fun. And it really took just minutes. And I'm going to go straight across because we can make a tag out of that part of it. Just cutting where I made my mark. So how's everybody been over the weekend? Anybody have any fun plans that they did, or no barbecuing or anything? The ranch is kind of quiet right now because my daughter is out of town. So now we can glue this pocket up. Hi, Teresa. Thank you for coming in. You have a box full of napkins? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I do too. I kind of keep the backs of them too, because I think they say you can, I use them for cleanup, but you can actually use them to make different textured papers and stuff. I've seen it to where they've actually wadded them up and then put it on another piece of paper and like made flowers out of them and stuff and then painted them. So that would be fun to do. And that's just a quick way to make a little pocket. And this one has a very weird texture on it. It's because the napkin had that almost like paper towel feel. You went canoeing yesterday? How fun was that? I love our canoe. I have a canoe. Well, it's a kayak, but I guess it's like a big canoe. And we have it in one of the tanks out here. So we go kayaking out on one of the little ponds that we have. So I like that. That turned out cute. When we first moved here, the creek that was running along the property, it was a lot bigger. I mean, it was flowing pretty good when it would rain, but it's not flowing very good now. So I think somebody is draining the creek, as they say. I don't know. So I have an idea. I was like laying in bed last night, and I was thinking about how to make a cute belly band or just a cute. You know, have you ever done that where you're just laying there and you're thinking of an idea and you're just like making it work in your head and like all the way through? So that's what I did. I kind of thought about it. I thought about taking one of these, or more than one, of these paper flowers that you get, fairly inexpensive flowers. Everybody has them, I think. So what I wanted to do is let me move the book out of the way so I can move this over. So I made this belly band with one, but it's so thick, it's going to take up a lot of room. You floated a river. Oh, I love floating down the river. Oh my goodness, those are days I love. So I had the hot glue tool out, and I just made these, and it was, you know, just something to do over the weekend. But I was laying there last night thinking, how can I make this to where I don't have all that bulk of the flowers? So I'm going to take this off, and I probably shouldn't be using these scissors. Oops, oopsie, but I'm going to take this little bead thing off, and I've already done 2 of them, like what I'm doing, and I thought, oh, stop, so that way they can see what you're doing. So this is just 2 of these flowers cut up. So now I'm going to take this one, and I'm just going to cut the petals. And in my mind, it's going to work. I haven't made one yet, so we'll see. It's either going to work or it's going to be a fail. All right? In my mind, it works. I haven't actually made it yet, so we'll see if it's a fail or not. So all I did was pick 3 of the flowers that kind of go together in the color scheme, you know, and with the paper that I'm going to use. So these are just the petals of those flowers. Hi, Rita. Thank you for coming in. Hi, Carol. How are you? Yeah, they're very common. The paper flowers are very common. So I'm not going to put it on the black that I know of, but I'm just using it so we can see. But I'm going to run it down the edge of this, and I'm going to show you. So I'm going to take a little bit of fabric tack, and I'm just going to run a little bead. I probably won't go all the way down just yet. And now I'm just going to add those flowers, kind of like if it was a piece of lace. And can everybody see? If you can't see, you can swipe the comments away. But all I'm doing is just making like the petals of the flowers come out. And just trying to do something different. And I'm not even being mindful to whether or not the flower is really the same size, you know, the same direction it's supposed to be going in. You know, they might be upside down. I'm just trying to get them attached to that glue line. And stuck on there. Might have to get some more glue. This glue is drying up. And you could do this with hot glue too, but it seems to be holding with just the fabric tack. And I didn't turn my hot glue tool on. So now I'm gonna add, oops, I'm gonna add some more glue down this row. And I'm hoping that by the time we get done with it, that one wants to stick to my finger and not the, I'm hoping that it'll be thinner than this one. This one's pretty thick. We're gonna use it though. Nothing's gonna go to waste. So all I'm doing is just kind of making a row, almost like feathers. I should have gone down there and got chicken feathers, and I could have done it with the chicken feathers. Get out of that plastic. But I might do that in a farm journal. Our chickens are molting right now. They lose their feathers in the summertime. I missed anybody's comment. Thank you. The journal cover is very pretty. I think it's the fabric left over from my kitchen curtains. All right, so we almost probably didn't need that whole other one, but I wanted you to see what I was doing. So now we just have like a whole ruffle of leaves or petals. And I thought it would be, we'll keep these. I don't know if there's enough for the other side, but there's definitely enough to do another project with. So then I have this beautiful little rhinestone, and I'm going to add this rhinestone across this. And I thought that that would be super cute. So what do you guys think? You think that's cute? I think it's cute. So I'm just gonna move it down, so all I have to do is cut this part, which I forgot to get my little cutters, my clippers. They're behind the laptop. Is my home really big? No, my home's not a very big home at all. It's a module home, so it came in two pieces, and it's like it's 1,800 square feet. So what was I? Oh yeah, I have to glue this down. So let me mark it, or let me cut it, because I'm afraid I'll rip it out. So I don't think my home's big at all. It's 3 bedrooms, but they're not very big bedrooms. So my craft room is part of my guest bedroom. So I'm gonna use Fabri-Tac. You could use like a hot glue tool and put that on that way, or you could use B7000. But since this is going in a paper journal, oops, that one wanted to move over. I'm just moving it back. And I am putting quite a bit of Fabri-Tac on it to hold. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and run this back down and set it on there. And that should dry pretty good, and the glue should dry clear. And like I said, I just used this paper just to hold it. Just moving it over because I don't want it to glue it to it. But I love that. I think that turned out so cute. Hi Ruth, how are you today? Linda Martin. Is that my last comment? And Jody, thank you for coming in. And April, thank you. And Becky. Let's see if I missed anybody up here. Roberta. So I have in my bag of little tricks today. I grabbed a couple of these guys, and I have a bee. But I'm almost thinking, because there is a one of these guys on it. I was thinking of adding it, even though there is one here, it's kind of covered up. And actually I could take a couple more of these leaves just to cover that completely. It's sticking to my fingers. Just to kind of lay it up, and then I could lay this on top of it. And I kind of like that. And I was gonna go with the, let's see what the green one would look like on there. The green one shows up better, but there really isn't any green in the paper at all. So I don't know. I think I actually like this one the best because it has the same colors. Allergies, huh? Yeah, allergies are horrible, aren't they? Ugh. And I'm allergic to all antihistamines, so I really don't like allergies. So I'm going to do that. And you guys can, if you want, you can help decide. We're going to call the yellow one number 1 and the green one number 2. So while I glue this down, you guys can decide whether you like the yellow one or the green one. And I think I'll use the fabric tack here. I'm just covering up this image of the butterfly that was behind it. And I'm just stacking up all of these little leaves that we had left over, just to kind of look like it's landing on something. So we have a green dragonfly. We have 2 green dragonflies so far. So okay, so it looks like the green one's gonna win because it's, you guys are saying it shows up better. And I agree with you, it does show up better. And we don't even know, I don't even know what paper I'm putting this on. So it could be that we're gonna put it on in the book that has green on it. So I'm just gonna add a bunch of this to it. And we'll just set it right there. And it looks like it's bringing its leaves. And I think that turned out really cute. So that's a, even if I leave it on this black paper, I think it's kind of cute. But we can add it to the journal on the black paper if we need to. So let's see if we can find a place to put this little guy that we just made. But isn't that, I think it came out exactly what my mind said it was going to come out when I was drawing it up in my head. So I think it came out just exactly the way I visioned it to come out. And it really, I mean, it did take a little bit of height because of the dragonfly. But let's get our book back over and we'll try and figure out where we want to put it. And if we want to keep it on the black or not. So let me get this situated so you can see better. I always seem to be off camera sometimes. I don't want to be. So we have this belly band, but I don't think I want to put it over that one. This is pretty loaded already and color wise. And I think it takes away from it. We can find something else to put there real quick. We can add this beautiful bird there. And all I did with the bird was I took a piece of that plastic and put it across this bird, and then I added these clips to it for the corner. And we can put that on there. Or this can actually go down inside of a pocket. I kind of like it with this orange behind it. But I do think it looks good with that. So I think I'm just going to put glue around 3 sides and have it as a tuck spot. Thank you for kicking out my cow patties, Lisa. Hi, Mary Ferguson, thank you for coming in. So this is like a belly band. See, it can come up and it has like this orange tint to it. And all I did was attach it to this paper. So I think I'm just going to attach glue to 3 sides and make it still a little side tuck. And just adding these little clamps to it made it, just brings the elegance up a little bit, you know, just a little bit. I gotta just make sure I don't put glue where my hand is. So I've been watching a lot of crafters over the weekend. I think everybody does the same thing because I see a lot of you guys on the same pages. But I've been watching that 365 days. It's I think it's ink paper art, and she has a YouTube channel, and I've been watching that, and been learning different pockets from her and stuff. So I love that. That's cute, and it just enough color behind it. And now it can still be like a little tuck spot. So what did I learn from her? Oh, I learned also from, this is the pocket that I learned from today from 365, and it's ink paper art. So all I did was take a piece of paper from, well, this happens to be a hymn book that I ordered, and I'm just gonna tear out a piece of it, and all you do is take it and fold it in half. Did anybody see this today? This was on her YouTube today. You watched it? Yeah, it's great. She does a lot of good stuff. So all she did was then cut the corner off. Oh, I have 2 pages by mistake. You don't need 2 pages. So all she did was then take a corner of it, and she probably measured, and I'm just gonna free hand it. So we just took a corner of it, and then we're just gonna take this side of it, and we're gonna fold it up. And you can make this pocket as big as you need. You know, if you want it to be a bigger pocket, you can make it go all the way up, or you can do whatever you want with it. So now we have these 2 pieces. So now you're gonna take this piece that you cut off the top, and you're gonna add it down here as another pocket. So now you have a pocket and a pocket, a pocket and a pocket and a pocket. Thank you. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you for helping my page grow. Thank you so much. Yeah, we're at I think we're at 569. I mean, I'm gaining a new follower every day, and I'm so appreciative of it. So I'm just trying to see whether or not if I could turn the writing around. But I can't seem to get the writing. If I go this way, I can get it, but then it's going to be an up tuck, which is okay. You can have an up tuck. But you could even change papers out. So let's find a place to put these and the book. And then somebody the other day, I think it was Cindy, I don't know if she's on yet, she asked me to show how to add a page to it. So, but we have, this is the center, and we could actually put one on one side and then flip it over, simply by flipping it the other direction, and we could put one on each side. So we could do that. and then we'd have pockets on top of pockets on top of pockets. And then we could flip it this way and they could go this way with it. Too many decisions, huh? So when you're gluing this in, you need to start with your outside pockets first. So this is my outside pocket first. So do we want to have it facing in or facing out? I think we'll have it facing out. So this would go this way. Let me see if I could use the other side. Oh, look at that. See, if I turn it around and use the other side, it puts the words right. I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked. Okay, so we have to go that way. Okay. So we're going to take this one and move it over here. Okay. So we're going to start with our outside page. Did I just confuse everybody? And we're going to put a little bit of glue on the top or on the bottom and a little bit of glue. And then we're just going to run our line down the bottom. So we're going to add that to this one. Did anybody see what I did? We have another one to do if you didn't. So all we did was add a little bit of glue. We have to add a little bit more glue because it's two pieces. So all I did was add a little bit of glue down the bottom and added at the top, a little bit at the top. And then that gives us, if I can find something to tuck in. So now we have a tuck spot here, or a pocket here, and we still have our pockets right here and right here. So now we're going to glue this pocket shut by opening it up where we had that fold, and we're going to close that one up. So now we have a pocket here and a pocket there. And for this side, because I want to be able to tuck in, I want to be able to tuck in right here. I want to be able to tuck here. All I'm going to do is glue this corner and this corner down, okay? So we're going to hold this up and we're just going to put glue here and here. So we're going to put a little glue right here. And we're just going to put a little bit of glue right here. And I could have, and I should have, and I wish I would have remembered to distress it. But I didn't. But oh well. Yes, let's all say a prayer. I'm not sure what she passed from this morning, but yes, it's so sad. So sad. So now we have a pocket here, and actually this is a double pocket. And we have a pocket here, and we have a tuck spot here, and we have a pocket here. And you can now put just a little bit of glue right on the edge, just to put your two pieces of paper together, and then just go down maybe like an inch and put glue there. And now you have a pocket here, and you still have your tuck spot here, and you still have a tuck spot here, and you still have a tuck spot here. So it's a lot of pockets out of one little piece of paper. I got my glue bottle from Amazon. When I ordered the art glitter glue. You know, like when you're buying something from Amazon. Hi, Jamie. Thank you for coming in. Sometimes it'll say people who bought this also bought that, you know, kind of deal. And they had these bottles listed. And it came in a 3-pack. It doesn't have a name on it. It didn't have a name on it when it came, so I can't tell you what. But if you just say glue bottle with precision tip, and it comes up. Thank you, Sue, for sprinkling out the love. Kicking out my cow potties. Okay, so we did this one. And like I said, I forgot to zhuzh it up. So let's see how much of a difference it's gonna make if I can zhuzh it up like on the side, just a little bit. And you can actually take your punch and punch while it's separated. You can take your punch if you want to. I'm going to do another one. I was going to do it over here, but since I'm going to do it totally different, I'm going to pick a different page to put it on. I'll put it on this page instead. But let's punch the holes. So before I glue it down, I'm just going to take my punch and I'm going to just take a little snippet of that one off. So now we have, you know, where you can see the little notch. And then this is going to go on here, right, as another pocket. And I think we'll take this one. And this is just so much easier to do if you do it before you glue it. And so I just took another notch out of that one. Can you see it? So we took a notch out of that one. And now we're going to remember to distress this one. So I'm just going to load it up. And right now I'm using ground espresso. And I'm just going to go ahead and just distress all of them. Like I said, this is the one I saw. It's inked paper art. And it's the 365 days of, I don't know, ephemera, I guess she's doing for junk journaling. And you know what? We can actually put one more notch in because this is going to be a pocket as well. So let's put a notch in that one too. Just so it's easier to see where our pockets are. Okay, so we have that done. So now we can find our page that we're going to put on. We'll just put it on this page here. And we're going to start, you always want to start with your top layer, according to her. So we're going to glue our top layer first. And this is where you can decide whether or not you want, yeah, she's fun to watch. I've watched her on Facebook before I knew she had the YouTube channel. So if you want a side pocket, you wouldn't glue right here. So you just kind of have to think how many pockets you want, you know, where you want them. So I'm going to put glue down on the bottom and along this side. And then we're going to add that to this one. So now we still have to add, you know, glue to this pocket. So we could still just put a little bit of glue right here. And now we still have a pocket that you could, if I could find another piece of paper. So we have where you could go all the way through if you wanted. So you have a pocket behind it, and you have this tuck spot all the way through. So now we're going to go to the next layer, which will be over here. And you could do the same thing if you wanted to. You could glue the first layer down. So we glued that pocket shut, so we have our pocket coming down this way. But if we wanted to leave a tuck right here, all we're going to do is put a little bit of glue right here at the top. Just a little bit of glue right there. So that gives us a side tuck. So now we have a side tuck here. We have a pocket. We have another pocket right here. We actually have another pocket behind it, and we have the side pocket. Plus we still have these two pockets left. So now you can decide whether or not where you want to put it in your page. And since we have pockets over here, we're going to tuck it as far as we can into this corner. And I'm just going to put glue all the way down on 3 sides. Now if I wanted to have more pockets, I wouldn't put glue on all 3 sides. But I think it has enough pockets. So I'm just putting glue on the 3 sides. And I'm going to stick it over as far as I can so we can actually get into those pockets. So we still have to glue this one down. So I'm just adding glue to the top. And so now we have, let's see if we can count how many pockets. Now I liked her video today. She had one that she wrote on it like for her own personal book, her ideas book, and she wrote pocket 1, pocket 2, and we have this side thing going here. We have pocket 3, we have pocket 4, we have another side pocket over on this side, and then we have our pocket behind, and we also have our pocket right here. So we got lots of pockets in here that we can put all kinds of fun stuff in. So we can stick that down in there for right now. So that was one of the fun pockets that I learned how to make today. And it was great. And then we have a pocket here that I just put 2 things together. And then I have another pocket that I learned how to make. Now this one I learned from, I knew I was going to forget her name. I think her name is Perini, or Peony, I don't know. I believe it's Asian. So she made this one, and this one I've already glued together. So this is origami folding, and it was on her video. She does reels. I've never seen her on anything other than a silent reel. So all you have to do is have a square piece of paper, and it doesn't matter what size as long as it's square. So all she did was she took it and folded it in half, you know, like to make a triangle. And then she folded it down. Yes, that's the right name. Jill Brown put her name in. I don't know how you say it. So all you do is then take that one and fold it down. And I find it's easier to do with double-sided paper. Now, if you don't have double-sided paper and you only have single-sided paper, this corner right here is the only piece that's going to be white. So technically you could cut this piece off and glue it to this side if you wanted to. But all we're going to do now is take this, and instead of folding it to this spot, you're folding it up to this spot. So we're making like a pot or like a planter box. So you have this fold, and instead of folding it down to here, like you would like in the mountain with the double mountain pocket, you're folding it up onto this line. See how I folded it up? So now we have a V here, and we have the V there. And all you do is take that and put it under and glue. So would you like me to do it from scratch so you can see how easy it really is to make? Because that one was already pre-folded. So let's do it with, we'll do it with a lighter paper. And this is 6 by 6. These papers are 6 inches by 6 inches. Hi, Sue. Did I miss anybody else's? Yeah, I enjoy watching her too, because she plays really soft music while she's doing it, but she doesn't speak. You know, it's always quiet. So you're going to take it and you're going to fold it to the top where the two tops meet. Just making a triangle. So you take your 6 by 6. Now you could do this with a 8 by 8 or a 12 by 12. It just depends on how wide your journal that you're putting it in. And then after you get that one, then you're just going to take one of the pieces and you're going to take it straight back to this point. And you just literally just take that, and so you're making like a square. See how that made a square? Hi, Sherry. Thank you for watching. Now, instead of making our pocket down here, we're going to take it up to the top. So we're taking this all the way over to the top, and we're lining it up, not the bottom. And then we're just going to crease it right there. And we're going to do the same thing with this one. We're not following this line, we're following this line up here. And we're going to take that one and we're going to make it go. And you're just trying to keep your lines, you know, fairly straight. And now you have your little box. And you can take those and you can put them back inside if you want to and glue it. And now you have like a little basket, which I thought was kind of cute. So I did one, and this one I did with single-sided paper. So instead of having that flap flip over, I cut that flap off and I just glued it to this side. So that way, you know, you don't see that big white spot. So you can do it with single-sided paper, you just need to glue it to this side. So let's find a spot, because I think I want to make a flower box out of it. How's our time going? Am I already out of time? Oh my goodness sakes, how does this hour go by so fast? I haven't even done anything. Made 2 pockets. Okay, so let's find a place to put this flower garden. My goodness. How does time fly so fast? I don't know. I'm trying to see which one would be. So my pages are only 4 by 4, so a 6 by 6 really pretty much takes the whole page. So I think I'm going to put it, I'm going to use the dark one, and I'm going to put it right here on the cover of the next. I'm going to do it on this side, on the back of it, because I wanted to add that other thing right there. So all I'm going to do is glue all of this down. Except for I didn't. So I'm just going to glue this down. And if you wanted to have it as a pocket, as a tuck, you could adjust one around the edges. So this is going to take every bit of this paper, because like I said, it's a 4-inch paper, and this was 6 inches. So now we have a cute little, I got to get more glue on this edge over here. It'll dry. It will dry, I promise. And I have these really super cute dried flowers that I've had forever. I think I ordered them from Temu last year. And I'm probably going to take them back out. So when I journal, or when I do the pages, I'll take them back out. There you go. And now we can tuck some flowers into the, like the flower pot, which is so cute. So, but I am going, since I am going to be turning the pages and stuff like that, I'm not going to glue these down inside of it just yet. So I'm going to take them back out because they'll be, you know, smashed up by the time I get done. And let's see if we can find a home for this really pretty belly band that we made. So I think it matches this paper really well, but I think it takes it away from it. And I'm just trying to find the right spot to, oh, that would be cute on, if we glued it onto the, I think that's what I'll do, is I'm gonna glue that onto this little tiny piece of paper, and then that way you're gonna be able to see the flowers from both sides. And then we'll call it done for today. I really cannot believe how we only got a few pages done. Just crazy. It does a crazy to me how this hour goes by so fast. So all I'm doing is sliding that down, and I want to be able to push it all the way up. This is why I like art glitter glue, because if you don't get it in the right spot, you can lift it up. You more than likely are going to have to add more glue, but it will allow you to lift it up. So now we have it on both sides, and I think that turned out darling. I love it. So like I said, if anybody's interested in this book, I would like to get $65 for it. You just need to message me, and I'm going to continue to work on it, and then we'll finish it up on Friday, and hopefully we'll have it finished by Friday. We haven't even started the second signature yet. I'm almost out of time. I have, what do we got, like 3 minutes, and I want to put this other belly band on it. So I love how that turned out. I really do. So I'm gonna add, I did make this cute paper clip. We'll add that to it. I still have so much on my desk that I wanted to add for today. I don't know how we got so far behind. So I do have this belly band here I can add, and it just, these flowers just reminds me of that. And this one's a little wider, so I think I'm gonna do the narrower one. And just gonna try and keep it on the page. So I'm just gonna put glue onto this. And all I did to make this was I literally just took a piece of the cardstock, and all I did was use the hot glue and then glued those flowers to it. It was so simple. I made like, and this one actually is a tuck as well, like a slide tuck. So I'm just trying to get it on the edge over here. And that's cute. And then it is also a tuck. So I made it with like a tuck on top of it. The ones that I dyed, we'll add those to it. They're on my desk. And we can actually add those really cute right here. That would be pretty on the edge of this paper since it's upside down, the writing. So let's just add these real quick. Let me close that up. Great idea there, Jill. Isn't it crazy how fast it goes by? So let's just put a dollop of glue on each one of these. And these are the ones that we just dyed with that, it's like a watercolor. So now we have those 3 right there. Whoop, stuck to my finger. And that's really super cute there. So I'll continue working on this book, and I hope that everybody enjoyed watching me work on it. And I'm gonna go ahead. I can't say I can't work on it all week because unless I come on live more often, I want to get the book done. So it's like I don't know when else I can go on and do it. So I will be back on Friday at 2 o'clock, and we'll continue working on it. And I still have a desk full of stuff I want to put on it. And I hope you guys will come back and watch me work on it on Friday. And on Thursday morning, I know in my calendar it says 10, but it's going to be closer to 9:30 because I have a doctor's appointment at 10:30. So I'm going to have some dyed laces and stuff for sale on Thursday if you can join me. So anyways, I just want to thank everybody for watching today, and have a great week. And remember to keep the families in need in prayer. They just lost a loved one, and their whole family is going to be needing a lot of prayer. So let's everybody say a good prayer for them tonight. And we lost a crafter, and I didn't personally know her, but any crafter is a friend of mine. So well, I'll talk to you guys soon. I'll see you on other people's pages. Thanks for crafting with Nani. Have a good day. Bye-bye.